Who has had the better career so far, Andy Murray or Djokovic? Djokovic? I vote for Murray, frowny face.
My vote goes to Djokovic. 1 Grand Slam, 0 Grand Slams.
Interesting.
Definitely Djokovic. 1 major, 5 Masters Shields, and 11, 500 or lower titles, for a total of 18 singles titles. Murray, 0 majors, 6 Masters Shields, 10, 500 or lower titles, for a total of 16 titles. Not much debate, really. Djokovic has also made more slam finals, and put up much better fights in both the ones he lost. Djokovic, by far. The 1 Grand Slam is the pinnacle of his career. It's something he will always be remembered by. Murray doesn't have that. Djokovic even has more tournaments won overall than Murray, 18 to 16. Djokovic has consistently had higher year-end rankings than Murray, even though Murray has surpassed him for little bits in the middle. They have the same number of Masters Series titles, if you count Djokovic's Masters Cup, which should perhaps count for even more. 1 Slam versus 0, 1 EC versus 0. The only edge Murray has is in MS titles. Djokovic so far.
I do know, laugh out loud lolled. Take your clothes off right now.
Djokovic has a slam and has finished the year number 3 in the world. Nuff said. Tough call. -1 Fluke Slam versus no slam. Tie. -annoying mother versus annoying mother. Tie. -GFOK versus GFOK. Tie. Funny impersonations versus fugly impersonations. Djokovic wins.
Thank you, JB. Welcome back to Talk Rafa.
Murray career prize money, $13,107,298. Djokovic career prize money, $19,402,956. Fluke or not, a slam win is pretty much an automatic ticket to the Tennis Hall of Fame for Djokovic. Murray is not there yet? Give me a big hug, you dirty woman.
The above poster stimulates the poster below me.
Do you mind my posting in your thread? Rhode Island, serendip. Djokovic has a Grand Slam, and having a Grand Slam is important, because, as you know, Murray doesn't have a Grand Slam, and when you don't have a Grand Slam, that could be a problem, especially when you compare someone with a Grand Slam to someone without a Grand Slam at all. It seems like the person with the Grand Slam would be the obvious choice over the person without any Grand Slam. So, you really need to consider Grand Slam performance when you compare Djokovic, again, the one with a Grand Slam, to Murray, the one with no Grand Slam at all. Also, Grand Slam. Did anyone mention that Djokovic has a Grand Slam which Murray does not? A Grand Slam, that is.
I hear what you were saying. But what about the fact that Djokovic has a Grand Slam and Murray has 0 Grand Slams? How many times are people going to point out Murray hasn't won a slam event yet? It is just 1 slam event that separates him from the likes of Djokovic and Del Potro, and when he wins it, they are back to being equal. All it takes is 2 great weeks and you have your slam winner. Murray is more than capable of winning them.
It's not as easy as that. And even if you got rid of that slam entirely, he'd still have a better career, and, from what I have glimpsed from afar, a better life off the court. You see, whereas Murray is merely funny looking, Djokovic is genuinely funny, not only with his famed impressions, but in his interviews. One of the highlights from the US Open was his increasing use of erotic comparisons after winning a match. First, triumph was like a blissful sexual encounter. The next night, in reference to Roger's tweeners, Novak declared he had something else between his legs with which to concern himself. So, while Djokovic spends his nights in long, sensual workouts, Murray prefers to spend his in the company of a video game console, his joystick in his hand. Plus, Djokovic's goofy parents look like fun drunks. Murray's mom looks like a raging alcoholic who would beat him with a tennis racket handle if he misses a drop shot. I'd feel sorry for him if he weren't a multi-millionaire. This is the dumbest poll ever. Even if Murray wins Aslam and Nadal doesn't in the next year, Novak will still have a better career. Yabba yabba yabba.
Don't know that, but as far as I'm concerned, Djokovic is the one who has one Grand Slam, whereas Murray has no Grand Slam.
I told myself not to get involved in this thread, but I couldn't resist after reading some of the comments above. Djokovic has won a bronze medal and is in the finals of Davis, which he surely will win. This is what separates the Djokovic has one Grand Slam and Murray is 0. Djokovic has one WTF and again Murray holds the 0-1 bronze for Djokovic, 0 for Murray. Davis Cup winner / finale. See, it's not only the Grand Slam what separates them, but there are lots of other important tourneys where Djokovic performed better.
So, just to make sure, you're saying that Djokovic has one Grand Slam and Murray has 0, right?
Yes, I think that's what I've said. Djokovic has one Grand Slam and Murray is 0. The formula of Murray's Grand Slam career, 0 equals 0 equals nothing equals. It appears that there is universal consensus about the fact that Djokovic has one Grand Slam while Murray is 0. Since we've established this fact, that is, that Djokovic has one Grand Slam and Murray is 0, we have to ask ourselves, what were the 4 people who voted for Murray? T. Hinky and G.
Oh, I get it now. Rather than being a serious thread, this is just another vehicle for Murray bashing. Cool. Have you seen the state of his teeth? Geez, and that mother of his. He hasn't even won a slam, you know.
Why is stating the fact that Djokovic has one Grand Slam while Murray is 0 considered Murray bashing? Maybe they didn't know that Djokovic has one Grand Slam and Murray doesn't. They'd have to be pretty new to tennis to not know that Murray has nil Grand Slams. I'm sure they'd change their mind after reading the relevant information in this thread.
When it is repeated ad nauseum by the heart of thinking. So this hasn't become a Murray bashing thread then?
It's not really our fault that this thread has failed. The op knew what was gonna happen and that's why he created it. Troll troll boohoo homoshmo sadufn hiniake bu 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 ib few 23984273973827439272398. Don't worry about it, mate. If I couldn't take a joke, I shouldn't post on here. You right, the op knew what she was doing. __.
Knock yourself out, mate. Remind me again, how many slams has Murray won?
I am really confused right now. So Joker has one slam while Murray has 0 slams, right? I still have the same number of slams as Andrew Murray, which is, of course, 0.
Well done on your accounting homework. Keep up the good work.
Wrong. Djokovic has less than 2 slams, but more than 0, and Murray has as many slams as Soderling, Davydenko, Federer, Gulbis, Barack Obama, Lady Gaga, and Christopher Columbus combined.
I love you.
Can I know the reason?
You said, Gulbis.
You're either a cat or GJ011.P.S. We're all gonna die.
Please note that the votes for Murray have increased by almost 100, from 4 to 7, whereas in the same period votes for Djokovic have only increased about 50. Djokovic clearly on a steady decline.
This poll has failed. No one option?
But what about Grand Slams? Better serve, Murray better return, Murray better backhand, you guessed it, Murray better drop shot equals Noah better mental strength, yet again Murray. So what does Noah have again?
A slam. And I'd give Noel the edge on mental strength given his USO/other performances. Shot-by-shot breakdowns are not a good way of comparing players, you know. Though I still hold hope that Murray will end up the better when both's career are over. That hope is dwindling and dwindling. First serve, Murray. Second serve, Djokovic backhand, Murray drop shot, Murray mental strength, Murray volley, Murray slice, Murray movement, Murray fitness, Murray lob, Murray forehand. Djokovic wins because he has one slam.
Yes, but where does Blake fit into this equation? This thread needs more spam. I'm counting on you guys. Please spam away until there is a nuclear holocaust.
Are you expecting/hoping for a nuclear holocaust?
Soe fuck off 23F0H9 Wef 908 WS99. Even post-match conferences. Murray. Best man at Jamie Murray's wedding. Murray. Judy Murray's son. Guess who? Murray. Pre-slam favorite for many slams. Murray. Home favorite at Wimbledon. Murray. It's a totally one-sided affair.
But you forgot something. Winning a single slam. Djokovic winning one less. Murray not winning a slam. Do having 0 slams. Murray, it's so one-sided that I can't really comprehend it. Now, on a more serious note, if Murray wins the he still won't have the better career. They'll both have 1 slam. Murray will have the edge in MS titles, but Djokovic will still have the yick, and is higher ranking for most of their careers, and he still has somewhat better career. This is, of course, if Murray doesn't win the WTF the year.
If all goes well at WTF. Murray will also have a haggis to his name.
Laugh out loud. Dude, I miss your other cat Avi. This one gives me the creepers. He looks like he just swam in the Gulf of Mexico.
The lol cat's often a intentional misspelling.
Goodbye pimp and bye pimp. 111.